Hi, everybody. We're back.
Hello.
I know we were going to take today off, but...
Oh, my hero.
Dork. Wow. Okay. Mike and I were talking a few days ago about how we would like to do some just short, quickie, like bam, to the point ones just to make you think. And then we just happened to come across a YouTube channel called Evidence Ministries, and we love your videos. Yeah. I mean, it's like in 50 seconds, bam, right, and it's like, oh, he's right. Yeah. So anyway, love him, and we don't want to copy him or take, his thunder or anything. Go check out his YouTube channel.
Because we're going to try to still be our usual selves.
Yeah, we've got to be
we are who we are.
Yeah, but we do want to use the short, like bam to the point format.
Yeah, so before we actually get to where we're going to be with this, we kind of want to explain what our mind condition is, or maybe what our mind or our thought is, how we're going to go with this. And this, we actually discussed this today at lunch. When we was in a congregation years ago, we had an older elder, Brother Jack. I won't mention the last name. Elder Jack. He was an older guy, older brother. Anyhow, he always had, one of his pet peeves was people finishing sentences with the word,
It's part of the younger generation. We use it. We don't even realize how much we use it.
We don't even think about what we're saying. You know how there it is right there. When we communicate, we say things like, oh, I had a good day fishing. You know what I mean? I'm going to go out hunting tomorrow. You know what I mean? Boy, I slept so good last night, but I woke up with a little crick in my back. You know what I mean? One of those little... We just throw that into the English language without even thinking twice about it. But this brother, Elder Jack, he had a real problem with it. So he convinced the body of elders to let him do a local needs talk one night. And one Thursday night, we got the, talk. It was funny because every time he would use the word he would get right up into the mic and go, And he did that 3 or 4 times, so finally one of the last times he gets up to the mic and says, and then he says, no, I don't know. And everybody laughed and roared. But it was so ridiculous to waste that kind of time.
I can't even remember the scriptures he used to try to apply it to this. It's just ridiculous.
So that was kind of what drove us to do this. So when we get to the point that we want to conclude with, we're going to end up with the word at the very end, we might preface it by, I'm just asking a question, and that'll be it. So we're going to get into the first thing that we want to discuss about, and this is
about blood guilt.
Blood guilt. Yeah.
And there's a few interesting points that, we want to bring out, and then bam, the zinger. So anyway, this is from a 1978 Watchtower, and it is June 15th, pages 25 to 26, and it is called Firmly Resolved About Life and Blood, and it's strive to be free of blood guilt. Okay, and in paragraph 21, another feature of avoiding blood guilt relates to organizations or institutions that are blood guilty in God's eyes. Now remember that.
Institution, would that be a military institution?
Yep, because they even mention that. For instance, God specifically charges Babylon the Great, the world empire of false religion, with guilt for shedding the blood of true worshipers. She has also endorsed political and military institutions that have shed seas of blood over the centuries. A sincere desire to be free of blood guilt requires our separating ourselves from and are being careful not to support present-day organization that God thus judges adversely.
Support present-day organization.
Yes, military, political. Do we reflect this in all aspects of our life? Okay, so that's the Watchtower's view of, you wouldn't want to be blood guilty, have blood on your hands, supporting these political, military, Babylon the Great, any of these organizations.
So,
what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just mocking the monkeys at the typewriter.
Having a snack?
Having a snack. First Chronicles 22, 6 through 10. King David could not be used to build the temple of God because he had blood on his hands. So Anthony Morris III, since you would admit that you were in Vietnam.
Now, personally, I was in a war, in the Vietnam War, in the middle of all kinds of bombing and casualties and all sorts of things, the trauma from war. So I've seen it. Now, you could see a goat or a cow hit by a car on the side of the road, see humans like that.
Supporting the war effort, what makes you think that Christ chose you to build the spiritual temple of God today? I don't have any blood on my hands. I've been at JW longer than you. I'm just asking, you know.